I am in the hub of Council Bluffs. That's right, hub. I'm talking really close to the camera because it's real noisy with all the traffic around here. But let me show you around this spot real close to the interstate. That gas station, Sapp Bros. You can see the Burger King on the left. You can't see it, but there's also a Subway attached to it on the right. This door actually right underneath this tree where the guy is standing, that's the door right to the Subway counter. If I pan to the right, then you get to this area. The truckers talk sometimes. I think they need to stop occasionally and do some paperwork, and that is exactly where this Landstar 18-wheeler is going. I don't know, get some work done on the truck, file some paperwork for how many miles they've gone. We're at the intersection of I-80 and I-29, so we get a lot of truckers. I don't hear every single thing they say, but I think that's a really important Sapp Bros service center over there. If I pan even more to the right, where I am right now, this Pilot gas station, you see the words Travel Center right there? It's because there are showers in there for the truckers, and you see all the 18-wheelers parked back there. There's even more at night sometimes. I actually considered using that. There were so many times in law school I would come here, I would get an Airbnb or use the Motel 6, and it didn't really make sense because games went all night. So it's like you would play till you couldn't stay awake at like 7 a.m. and then you would come back at like 11. It wasn't worth it to get a room, so I would just play all night, sleep in my car for a couple hours, and go back and play. And I asked what the shower cost. I think it was like $10 or $12. It was reasonable, definitely worth it. I never needed it, but in case I needed it, I knew where one was right behind me here at the Pilot Travel Center and gas station. And attached to this Pilot is the famous Arby's. When people ask past 9:45, because that's when JB's Cafe closes, where is there to eat around here, we tell them, you got to go down the street to the Arby's. It's 24/7. Last time I checked, there's actually a bell in there. There's a sign that says if you have great service, ring the bell on your way out. As far as I know, I'm the only one who's ever slammed that thing as hard as I could, and they like all in unison like thanked me for thanking them for great service. I really just wanted to ring the bell. And if these two gas stations aren't enough, there is a Casey's gas station right across the street. So right on the intersection here of what, 23rd and I-80, we have 3 gas stations. You see all the traffic, all the 18-wheelers. There's the signs to the interstate right there. So it was really windy out, but I wanted to finish this hub intro to the video without the wind, and that's about it. If you wanted to know what my shirt says, it says game over. There we go. To everyone out there, if you're already married, too late. If you're not married, don't get married. Game over. Alright, I'm in the parking garage of the casino now. This is as much as I could zoom in. That's a Tyson sign, that red sign right above the truck right now. Right across the street from the casino is a Tyson chicken factory. So we're really in the epicenter of the Midwest here in Council Bluffs, Iowa. And one more thing I forgot to say, the Pilot, the gas station connected to the Arby's, has Arnold Palmer's in it. If you like iced tea in the least, you need to know where your Arnold Palmer's are. Across the street, the Sapp Bros, connected to the Subway and the Burger King, they don't. So I don't think I've ever been in the Casey's. There's not really a need when there's so many gas stations. But if you want to get an Arnold Palmer, you got to go to the Pilot. And I mean, you have Arby's, you have Arnold Palmer, and you have showers. I really don't know what else you need in life. I should really be looking to see if they have like rooms for rent in that gas station, because it really seems like heaven to me. But the main point of this video, as you see the ramp to the roof behind me, is I want to tell you two amazing things that happen in Council Bluffs. They don't happen in Vegas. It's actually funny, a guy from Oregon yesterday was at the table. He said Council Bluffs is his favorite place in the country to play poker. And seriously, as much fun as I make of the surroundings, it is a great time. It's real social, the games are great. So the first thing that happened, we're 8-handed, there was a guy sitting in the 5 seat and a new player, and this new player is, as far as I know, is the only one who watches the videos in Council Bluffs right now. He sat in the 3. The guy in the 5 had the first seat change button. So the 6 seat opened, the player in the 3 wants to move to the 6. Probably for some type of position reason. Well, the guy in the 5 has the first seat change button, so he could move to the 6 and leave the 5 open, but the 3 seat would still be out of position to him. So he doesn't care about that. He doesn't want to just move seats. He wants to move behind him. So the guy in the 5 moves to the 6. Seeing the 6 is unavailable, the guy in the 3 stays in the 3. Well, now that he's not moving, the guy in the 6 wanted to be in the 5, I think to see the cards a little easier. So he moves back to the 5, like it's over. And he moves back to the 5, like saying, anytime I want to block you from going to the 6, I can. So just stay in the 3, I'll stay in the 5. So he moves back to the 5, but now the 6 seat is open. So the guy in the 3 grabs his chips and stands up and walks over there again. And then he moves over to the 6 again for like a second. The guy in the 3 sits back down and he moves back to the 5. So this kept happening. So eventually the guy in the 5 seat stays in the 5 seat, but moves his chips over to the 6 seat. So he's taking up both seats, blocking the move from the other player, and he doesn't have to get up or worry about the guy sitting behind him. So if this happened at Bellagio 2-5, someone would call the floor, at least one of the 2 players would throw a tantrum, because most of them are spoiled brats, and the game would pause. And the game would probably die because of all this time taken away from hands and everybody being so mad. Here, it was funny 100% of the time, and eventually the guy in the, at first the guy in the 3 didn't care. He just stayed in the 3, and then when the guy in the 5 really preferred sitting in the 5 instead of the 6, he told the other guy, yeah, go ahead, move, I'm not sitting in the 6. So, way different in Iowa than in Vegas. In Iowa, we enjoy playing poker and enjoy people at the table. In Vegas, people basically go to the poker tables just to hate every second of every day. I was going to tell you the second best thing that happened, but I think the video is getting a little long with all that gas station, real valuable gas station information I was giving everybody. So tomorrow's video, I will have the second story of something amazing that happened here that you don't see everywhere.